Hello, and welcome to this next Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one it is Suicide Express for Commodore 64, released in 1985 by Gremlin Graphics, written by Tony Crowther. I believe he did pretty much everything for this game. Now, this is a shoot 'em up, shock horror, and it really does throw everything at you. It's pretty fast and frantic, and rather like Sanction, you find yourself actually watching the smaller screen rather than the main display. It's essentially split into two, because of course you're controlling some kind of train that has the ability to fire missiles and whatever else have you. I've no idea why, but there you go. And of course you then have to try and get the direction at crossrails well to your advantage. Let's start off a game anyway, and you'll see what I mean, hopefully. Now the game does go at quite a rate, and as you can see, losing a life happens quite frequently. So if you check on the map screen at the bottom there are various enemies who are coming in from behind you as well as in front. Now all those dots that I keep running over are ammunition, because you only get a limited number of shots. And yeah, it's very easy and very frequent that you completely run out of ammo. So yeah, you've got to be careful with how quickly you fire. And it's also helpful to try and avoid these things that come along from behind, because otherwise they'll plough into you, but as it is, you'll often get ploughed into head on. Now coming in behind me is a jet fighter who's going to be trying to bomb me, and you can't really avoid them, but you will see I have those rear firing missiles which well, can destroy them at if you get enough hits on them. Now you've also heard that the game does have speech. The speech isn't too bad, it's not fantastic, but it's okay. I always thought it had a bit of an accent to it, but I can't tell you what accent. So let's have another go. The game is incredibly fast and frantic, and yeah, a game could be over extremely quickly. Couldn't get out of the way of that thing that was following on from behind. You've got to get out of their way. You also, oh, for fuck's sake, you can only carry a certain amount of ammo. If you are carrying too much, which is I think 50, your train blows up again, so you can't just go around collecting everything. Now I've been a bit too frantic with the shooting, and yeah, I've ran out of ammo. Well, I've got 6 shots left now. You can just about make that out. And now I have 11, so 9. So if you check on the display, as I now have desperately trying to get away from all of this lot. I don't know how I managed to avoid that bomber, let alone the other thing that was coming in from behind. And those large bridges in the display there also don't help, because they obscure your vision, and you can't see what, if anything, is coming along behind. But now is the time to be referring to the top screen when the jet bomber comes along. Now this one fires a lot more frequently at you, hence that happening. So now I have a lot of issues because yeah, I had all sorts after me. So 13,000 score, that's not a bad score for me actually on this. Right, we'll have one more go. So it's quite fast and frantic, so you can fit numerous goes in no time. I mean, as shoot 'em ups go, it's not going to challenge the likes of, you know, Armalite and, you know, for complexity, it's not exactly, you know, Salamis level. Mind you, when you consider how old the game is, it's, you know, it's not terrible, it's not groundbreaking, but, you know, I've played far worse. So how do I rate it? The gameplay is a bit too frantic, and a lot of the time you don't, you know, you seem to be losing a life, and you can't for the life of you figure out why you are. It's tough going. It is a bloody difficult game, but it's quite enjoyable. Graphically, it's a bit, but again, you know, that's, I think, more to do with the age of it. It's, you know, at a time when graphics were a bit limited. Sound-wise, the tune's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. The speech is alright. It's not Impossible Mission level, but I mean, it's, you know, they still did a decent job of it. So I'm now on my last life, I think. I may have one left. But I need all the ammo I can get now. Thankfully I do have a fair bit. Well, 6. Right, 19. So yeah, graphically it's fine, sound wise it's fine, but none of them are particularly remarkable, despite being pretty good. And the gameplay, I say, is extremely fast and frantic. For some, maybe a bit too fast and frantic. I may include myself among those. But yeah, it's an enjoyable blast if you want something a bit different, and it's certainly different. So, what do I score it? Yeah, I was out of missiles. I'm out of all ammo, so yeah, I'm struggling a bit now. I did well to get past that. I'm desperate for ammunition now, because these purple bombers I assume are like the real best. Now I'm back to the cyan ones. They are not going to give me much chance. This is the best go I've had on this for quite some time, but I'm low on ammo again. If you're playing this with keys, you do actually have two different fire settings, because as well as the forward fire, the fire for missile that's you launch behind you is done with another key. I'm in trouble here, I think. Yeah. Oh, okay. I must have got an extra life or something then. This is definitely my last life, and okay, I thought I was done then. I've got UFOs and bombers after me. I'm in real trouble here. And that's me down. 27,000 is my best score for quite some time. Shit, I did not mean to press the fire button then. Let's just let it do its thing and blow me up. So yeah, fast, frantic. It's not a bad game at all. Graphically, it's not so great, but yeah, it does the trick. So I would give this game 7 out of 10. It's worth giving a try, but it's not likely to grab you and keep you playing for too long. So there you go, Suicide Express, 7 out of 10. You know, not bad. And that brings this video to an end. We'll see you at the next one.